am a leader. I am a teacher at my primary school. I am building the foundation and groundwork to make all my students to be great leaders. Reverend Robert Schuller says how sweet it is to stand on the edge of tomorrow. This gives me a vision to change the tomorrow today with my students. Like Martin Luther King Jr. who said I have a dream, and like the man in the musical La Mancha who says to dream the impossible dream, I am to dream the impossible dream, to create the next generation of leaders, who will change the world for better, to contribute the environment they live, to look after the poor, needy, homeless, to reduce waste and pollution of the atmosphere. I know the quote, "It takes only one person to change the world." And it is you. I read it as it is me, leading my students to change the world. This is my vision for the students, to make them great leaders, who will lead themselves, and others to change the world. I know they are young, but they can learn the basic values and character traits of great leaders. The future of this world, the future of our beloved country, the future of our families, and the future of these young children looking at me, now, depend on me. It is good to imagine that I am in a position to create a profound future for this world through my students. I start slowly and lead my students about saving the environment, growing plants, save money, living healthily, living frugally, volunteering, starting from home, helping their parents, consideration, giving is the greatest of joys, motivation, time management, working hard and working smart, starting from school and home, determination, teamwork, faithfulness to their friends and family, justice, kindness, empathy, forgiving and forgetting, golden rule, which is, to do unto others what you want others to do unto you, developing an I can do attitude, obedience to all laws. Self-care, 3R, respect for self, respect for others, responsible for action, patience, generosity, love, honesty, fairness, return only love, responsible action. Especially respect all different nationalities. Be friendly to all, helping each other. Greatest of all is to love all. Teaching my students to do everything proactively for the great success. I am a good teacher, I never give up on any student, and that is by having personal connection with them. All activities are ordained according to my plan to create curiosity. I make sure that they know that they are always welcome to me, and they all can be the best in all the activities. There are many other things I will teach and lead them, which are in the description below. What a great responsibility is given to me, to shape and mold them, to create a profound future for them and for the world. I know all my students look up to me. I lead them to success in life, and then in education. I am a leader. I am responsible for their development. I speak with confidence in what I teach, and let my young students feel that I know what I am teaching. I consider myself like a commander, training a group of candidates as leaders to have personal success in education and character, leaders and influencers to the environment they live and work for life. I make sure all my students are comfortable and happy to come to school. There are many rules and plans and training I have for their development as leaders, and by the time they leave primary school, they would be ready for higher education and life. From day one, my students are well trained to behave, which will help them in learning and help me to teach. I have a basic 5 rules to manage them. They are: arrive in time, full attendance, keeping quiet, asking questions, doing all work. I share all these and all what I have with my fellow teachers, and learn from them, too. There are more in the description below. I am a leader. I consider the development of my students very seriously. I make sure that my classrooms are with good lighting, clean, safe, looks beautiful with decoration. By the time I enter into the class, students at the front rows move back one row, and the last row comes to the front. I enter my class, neatly dressed, as an executive, a leader. I stand in front of them, at the center, in front of my desk. I stand quietly for a few seconds. The behavior of my students is under my control, knowing very well that well-behaved students learn well. My students are trained to be well-disciplined, to keep quiet as soon as I enter. After I arrive, I keep quiet for few seconds, looking at them, for their mind to settle down. As children, it will take a few seconds for them to settle down. All my students look at me, expectantly, focused. I remind them the word of the week and give them a short explanation. Just to let you know, our principal has a document, with 40+ words and with explanation. Our principal will introduce the word of the week in the Monday morning assembly, giving a brief explanation. Every day all the teachers remind their students about the word of the week. As children, they cannot remember lots of words regarding their development, but they can remember a word, which after a week of reminding with explanation, they will remember that word and how to apply for life. For example, the first and most important word they learn is obedience. I will have this word of the week in large letters, and the meaning in small letters, printed and posted in front of them in the wall for all to see. The students too must print the weekly word, like obedience, in large in A4 paper, and paste it in their rooms at home. If they have no printer at their home, I will print for them. I also give them positive affirmations, to memorize on a weekly basis. To train them for public speaking, every day all the front row will speak about the word of the week or affirmation. At the end of class, I give them quiet time for meditation, and to write what they were learning during my class. They can think of the word of the week, or positive affirmations of the week. Since my students listen to me, I take responsibility to form good habits, right from day one I meet them. They will do them, because I will ask 1 or 2 different students, at random daily, whether they have been doing the habits. The first habit I recommend them. Rise early as 6 in the morning and make their bed neatly. Be seated at 6 p.m. to study. The second habit goes like this. This for may be to grade 3 to 6 students. Since the mind wanders, I have trained them to repeat what I say, using their lips but without making the sound. They also read and repeat what I write on the board. I know the children get bored easily. By repeating what I speak, they are forced to listen first or read the board first. I have also recommended this for them when they study at home. Only difference is that they can talk loud what they read. In this case the eyes read, then it goes to another part of the brain to make the lips to speak aloud. Then they hear the sound of what they speak. This way the whole brain is used. This way the information will be there for a long time. Third important habit they learn is, there is a teaching technique by Richard Feynman, to be able to explain something is to understand it. Using this method for children, that they review what I taught them, at the end of the class. Just before the end of my period, I ask them to close their eyes, and review what I taught. This may take 1 to 2 minutes. I help them to remember what I taught. Before they start studying at home at 6 p.m., they review one more time. On the way back to school, in the morning they review again. By the time they reach the class, they will remember all what they studied the previous day. Of course they can review as many times as they desire. Fourth habit they learn is single tasking. This is more than focus. To help focus, they will switch off all phone, music, TV, other websites, not related to the task they are doing. Fifth habit is they will be taught about 3. Allocate time. 6 to 8 p.m. Allocate resources like books, pens, notebooks, pencils, erasers, are all ready at 6 p.m. Action, start studying at 6 p.m. Sixth habit is decision making. Their decision will leads to action, which even any small action, is movement toward achieving their goal. Seventh habit is laugh many times a day. Just laugh even without a joke or a reason. 8 habit to write a lot in a journal every day. For writing they have to compose their thoughts. Ninth habit is, they draw something, anything. 10th habit is, they read a lot of good books. 11th habit is, that they eat good healthy foods. 12th habit is, to smile at everybody but not at strangers. 13 habit is, to be friendly with everybody except strangers. Be a friend, and reap a lot of friends, and reap great success in the long time. 14 habit is, that they plant a fruit-bearing tree, maybe like tomato plant, and watch it grow every day. 15 habit is show happiness, when they meet anyone including their mum, dad, siblings, teacher, other students, not strangers. 16 habit is, that they are ready to help anybody in need, houseworks for mum, keeping room and the house tidy, switch off lights when you leave room, and do all good works at school. They can help anyone in need to understand. 17 habit is, that they do not disturb anybody like teacher, other students, not loud and noisy at home. 18 habit is, flee from bad friends. 19 habit is, never use bad substance. Avoid friends who use them. Secretly inform teacher, mum and dad, if you find anyone offering bad substance. I will always be joyful in my class, and in front of students, and showing that by having a smile on my face. I want all of my students to be successful. Hence I patiently give more attention to slow learners. I am always ready to help them after school. I will be teaching, at the level of their understanding, and make sure they all learn what I teach. I make sure all my students are comfortable and happy to come to school. I always welcome questions from them. None of them is looked down, because they are not bright, but they will strongly supported, to bring them to higher level of success. I will add more habits, and other useful information, in the description below. Please subscribe to my channel. For more about leaders I will be adding to my YouTube channel Work from Home, including important life-changing videos including for secondary school principal, teachers and students. My training for my students is for lifetime. Starting from discipline, when they are focused on the things they are passionate about, then they will change the world for better. In primary school students, I must be able to create passions in their minds. They will be developed progressively, according to their grades. I will open their eyes, at their level of understanding, to the environment, creative arts, personal development, health and physical education, astronomy, popular places, mountains, rivers, forests, oceans, animals, birds, fishes, anything to make their brain to develop. They will learn understanding of loving nature. They will be taught not to waste, but the 3 R of waste management: reduce, reuse, recycle. I look at my students, and see if any of them look troubled or sick. I will seek information regarding their concern, and will help them. In all their lifetime, they will be trained to have hope. I also teach them about the most important tool for life, which is memory. Interest is memory. Repetition is memory. Relearning is memory. Reviewing is memory. Understanding is memory. I will repeatedly explain another important concept, at their level of understanding, that what they are doing now creates a compelling future for them and the world. They will learn that wherever they are, whatever they do it with their full strength. This is great success. At the end of primary school, when they are leaving, I can boldly say that they have learned education according to school curriculum, life leadership skills to lead self and others, work ethics, manage the environment, change the world, service to the earth, according to Nelson Henderson, who said, "The true meaning of life is to plant trees, under whose shade you do not expect to sit." I change the above and explain to my students that the true meaning of life is serving humanity, like planting trees, under whose shade they do not expect to sit. My students will be leaders, changing the world, just like me. I will learn more and share with like-minded teachers, forming a group or club, and brainstorm and develop more ideas, to make this world a better place for our generations to come. If you have new ideas, please leave in comments. I am a leader.